The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Bucs at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow over the middle, complete. That's Bradley. And he'll be marked down right at the... line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Burrow going to keep it, running right. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This defense for the Saints, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Marquez Callaway deep for New Orleans.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to dominate that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Blake Gilligan on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Deontay Hardy back deep.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, Hardy.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
They go play action with Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They go play action. Winston.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Winston now from the 50. And his throw here's incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly walk down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14. Buccaneers nothing. Will Lutz begin
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet?
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 12, 12, 12. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bradley. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. 12.
Now Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Joe Burrow scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, it's these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
Option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is London to pick up 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. 7 yards for the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Winston rolling to his right. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 72 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Saints 21, Buccaneers 7. Will Lutz to kick off 41.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Again, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
11 mighty. 11 MT. Here we go. Get in the huddle.
Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 2nd and 13, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Winston. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Hardy set to return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 1, ready? 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Mighty, 11 Mighty. 11,
The slot man in motion right.
11 MT, take. 11, stop.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Steps away. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow on play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage from 13 yards out. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Offense on third down tonight. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They run it again with Kamara. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and 1.
If people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Here we go. 11.
Now Burrow. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. It's a room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, They handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Saints, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.